How's it going, everyone? We are over here at the Magic Kingdom parking lot right now. Today we were kind of coming just to hang out at the park, and I've been keeping an eye on wait times, and it has been extremely low. It is a Friday right now in summer, and I mean, we parked like 4 rows back, and like I think this is preferred. Something weird is going on here at Disney World. It has been a long time since we have been to the Magic Kingdom to just kind of come hang out, and it's been very, very hot here. So what do we say? Like, you know, let's come at like 6 or 7 today. And
yeah, that was our plan. Just like the evening, sundown, past the hottest hour of the day.
And that was kind of the plan. So you're gonna notice the sun is setting right now, but that is just because we wanted to come when it wasn't brutally hot. But at the same time, there's like no waits right now. So it seems like it's gonna be all right. And that's how it's been all day. Here are one-day ticket prices, by the way. Today is June 7th?
Yeah?
June 7th, so June 7th.
June 7th.
Oh, is it up there? Oh, it's up there, oh wow. Either way, those are your prices for the day. Looks like Animal Kingdom, not incredibly pricey today, but the others still seem kind of expensive. All right, we are going to take the monorail today, and it has been a little while again. We still need to take the monorail from the TTC to Epcot. That is something we haven't done yet since we've moved down here. I did it long ago when I was younger. So scanning into the park, it feels like it takes kind of a while at the Disney parks, and ever since we used the facial recognition over at Universal, I feel like it's actually like a lot quicker.
A lot quicker. I feel like at first the facial recognition kind of took like a while, but you pointed out that you feel like the more we come, the quicker it gets, and it feels so quick after scanning into Magic Kingdom. I just feel like all of the Disney finger scanners need to be updated.
Yeah, I mean, even Universal's were a little slow, but overall, the facial recognition has been really nice, and I feel like it's like instant now, especially after you've gone so many times. I think you're just like getting into the system. I don't know if they use AI or whatever. But also today, 7 Dwarves is not going. I'll put a screenshot. When I opened up the app, it said it was down for the entire day, which kind of stinks. But either way, lines have still been pretty low, considering that's like one of their biggest attractions, has been down all day, which is a surprise. Now, the first thing we need to do is actually come over here to the Emporium, because Nicole is looking for some pins. So we're gonna go ahead and look for that, a group pin to be exact. And then the Confectionary is supposed to have this like mint chip treat that we have been looking for. Basically, it was on some merchandise. I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope they bring it out. And then they did, and it's at the Confectionary, except it's not ice cream, and I think it's meant to be ice cream. I think it's like a buttercream, which makes me feel like it's not gonna be as good. But either way, I think it's over at the Confectionary, and I think it sells out pretty quick. So we're gonna go check that out afterward. But first stop is over here to the Emporium. Funny enough, here are the pieces of merchandise I was just telling you about. This is the like mint chip, and they have a sandwich, but doesn't it look like it's melting? Like it should be ice cream, but it's like a buttercream, so I feel like it's not gonna be as good. But they do have this merchandise, and I thought it was so good because I was like, man, I would buy a Mickey ice cream sandwich, no doubt, so fast. I might still get the other one. I gotta look at it, but I've been hearing that they've been selling out like crazy. Here is the pin wall. We are looking for a specific one. It is Groot, I believe. Did you find it?
Here's one of them, but I want the other one.
Is it a baby Groot? Is that the other one?
Yes, oh, get your Groot on.
There they are. These are the new pins here. So yeah, you could see like little baby Groot. Get your Groot on. I am Groot with another one. That one's kind of fun. And then you have I am Groot. Almost looks like his teenage self there. But that is the pin. Okay, let's head over to the Confectionary now. See if we can find that treat we were looking at. And again, I have been hearing, like I said, it has been selling out, so we'll see, but I don't know. Plus, again, buttercream, I really wish it was an ice cream sandwich. I feel like they kind of rushed it out and just used buttercream instead. Looking inside of the display here, I don't see it out here anywhere, and I thought they would have it, so I don't know, maybe they sold out for the day. I don't know, we're gonna ask really quick, but I don't see it anywhere. I see the popcorn and stuff over here, and I see all of the normal treats. Well, of course, they were sold out. They did say anytime that they get the stuff in for it, so maybe it's the actual filling. When they make them, they always sell out before end of day, and they were sold out. Bummer. Oh well. Let's get into the park now and get off Main Street a little bit. Ride some rides today. Again, you can see The sun is going down. It is after 8 today. We got here late, like I said, but it's feeling kind of nice. I almost rolled my ankle. I feel like the divots here for the track are thicker than the ones on Main Street because I went so deep. Whew. Anyway, we're making our way to Tiana's so we can have a little chat. I do want to talk a little bit about what is going on over here at Disney as we are heading over to Tiana's right now. Is it even going? I see the water. I see some lights up there, but it looks like maybe nothing. It is definitely feeling like Disney is trying to compete with Universal on releasing a lot of things right now. And I have been hearing horror stories of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I've been hearing that people are passing out in the line. I've been hearing that people are not being able to ride it. And even there was like a period, I guess, of like multiple days where it was only like operational for a few hours. I don't know, that's all just things that I'm hearing through the grapevine and things like that. But overall, it's kind of crazy to think that like Disney's just opening things up because obviously we have Universal that is getting ready to release a lot of stuff here for summer in literally like a week for a big release of a lot of stuff, and then they have the parade coming at the 1st of July, or the 3rd of July, but at the start of July rather. So it's kind of nuts to think that like Disney's just trying to release stuff, I'm guessing, to just like compete. That's how it seems, because it seems like things like aren't ready and they're just like, well, get it out and make it happen. And I feel like crowds have seemed really low this year. I feel like they're having a lot of issues with a lot of things. Something is just like up right now. Since summer has been around, I have yet to see crowds get that crazy yet. Obviously it is the start of summer right now, so I'm sure it's still going to pick up, but overall crowd levels have not been that bad, number one. And number two, like, I feel like, again, some of these rides, like we have closures going down. I feel like a lot of times when I'm looking inside of the app, a lot of things are just down, but it's like, what is going on over here? I don't know, like, just keep it closed for a few more weeks and get it finalized. It does look like it's running today, though, so we'll go check it out. Look at, we have some full boats here coming down right now. Another one just came down, so it looks like it is operating fine today, but I've been hearing some crazy stories over the past few days. We have yet to see all of the details to Tiana's. The last time we were here, we had walls over here. And yeah, now we have basically a full exposure, so we'll go check it out. But again, it is running today. I'm happy to see that. But I have a lot of friends that were doing the cast member previews, and I feel like maybe one of them actually got to ride it start to finish. The others were either evac'd or they were, they couldn't even ride it, like they couldn't get on, like they closed down. It's kind of crazy. But let's take a look at the decorations here. It does look kind of cool. I like the coloring here. I like the Bayou feel. We were supposed to, I think, have like a giant boat up there though in a concept art, so we are missing some of that. But it looks like we're getting cast member preview, so this is pretty sweet. We do have the Tiana's Foods big old water tower right there, which is kind of unique. I think this is a little bizarre though. I feel like the plant right here doesn't totally like, it's just like sitting on the rock. It doesn't really blend in super well. Maybe they're still doing a few things. What were you gonna say?
Boats are on top of each other. Like those three to spit out right there were like 1, 2, 3, and now like none are coming. So are they slowing them down?
Well, the thing is, Splash was always a ride that had a really high capacity. I'm gonna look at the sign really quick. But Splash had a really high capacity, and it was a good people eater. So people could just come in and, I mean, they could eat a lot of people because they could chug through a lot, and it would hold a lot of people in the line. But there is your signage there, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, as they are going through. I am interested to see what is going on. I've heard mixed reviews so far, but I'm not gonna make any. What was that?
I hope we hear Dig a Little Deeper, that song.
I don't know what is going on. I've been avoiding all spoilers. Now, I'm by no means trying to like bash Disney or like speak negatively of Disney, but it just feels weird that, again, like we do this retheme, it feels like it's getting a little rushed considering they've had really poor performance issues. And it's like, well, you could have just like waited and postponed it a few weeks to make sure things are fully functional, because the problem is now people are going to have a negative review of it, even if it was just the cast member previews. It's like, yeah, it's still technically technical rehearsals, right? It's like, well, it's not open yet, but people are still gonna experience it and they're going to feel that way. And especially for AP previews next week, if it's just as bad, that's gonna be a real big, just like dagger if they can't get that figured out. So that's kind of why I'm saying, like, why are they doing this instead of just waiting? Just like, you don't necessarily need to compete with Universal at the same rate. Just release good stuff. It's something that I feel like has been struggling in a lot of industries. It's just like giving people a good product and at a good price. I feel like people are getting upset. There's a lot of subscription-based things out there anymore that they don't feel like they're getting their value worth. And people just feel like they're getting almost like duped. And it kind of feels that way sometimes, where it's like, here's this thing, but it's not really like up to expectations, if that makes sense. Either way, I kind of want to look at the line here. We can't get in because they're doing all of the cast member kind of stoppage right here, but I'll show you a little bit. So this is where everybody's coming in, so you could see that this is like the new ramp down. It does look pretty much the same. It looks like maybe they just have bushes there. I don't know. I think there's a store over here that we are also waiting on. And it is exciting that we are very close to it opening. Ah, here it is, the Critter Co-op. I don't know if this is open, but I've seen some photos of it inside. This is a new store, or at least maybe rethemed store rather, but there is some stuff going on in there. Have not seen videos of it, but I have seen photos. I am going to be talking about Disney and Universal in a future video kind of between the two of them. But another thing I do want to talk about is like Disney is coming out with quite a bit right now. We have, I think it's called Lookout Cay, which is their new private island, or an area of that new private island on their Disney Cruise Line. They are releasing some new boats, which is a big deal. You know, when it comes to the parks, there's kind of more like rethemes, more updates. So I know over at Epcot, they are doing some changes over there to Test Track, which will be going down here in like 2-ish weeks or so. Obviously, we just got Tiana's. What else do we have? We have Communicore Hall going up at Epcot. So there's still like things happening, but it also feels like we want a little bit more. And I know that there are plans to potentially expand the parks, which is a huge deal. In all honesty, I feel like that is something that we do need. But it just, some of it feels a little rushed and maybe overlooked in some capacity. But either way, I digress. We're gonna start riding some rides, doing some stuff. Like I said, I just wanted to come check out Tiana's. It seems like people are having a blast there though. So maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe they fixed their issues over the past few days. I just know initially there were some problems.
So do you think the cast members who were like scheduled to ride on one of those days, the ride broke down, get like a do-over and they can come back and try again? Or is it just like, too bad, so sad, it'll be open in 2 weeks?
That I don't know. Or maybe they could do the AP previews. If anybody is a cast member and knows, or if you know cast member people, comments below. Please let me know. Were you able to come back if you kind of had like a failed run on the first one? Were you able to kind of like reschedule? Obviously, I understand like you have a schedule that you need to attend. So as you are working, I'm sure you kind of had to work around that. But were you able to come back, or was it like a one and done kind of deal? As we are kind of moseying around, I do want to point out Big Thunder is slated to go down, I think, for a lengthy refurbishment over there too, from what I am hearing. I don't know the exact dates for that, but I think they're doing a lot of work on that ride. So that should be another, call it a refurb or kind of an update, if you will. There are so many smells here today. Since we've gotten to the TTC, we've smelled everything from like kind of gross smells to like really good smells. Like right now I'm smelling like marshmallow. Do you smell like the marshmallow right now?
I smell something sweet, so
yeah.
I could see that being.
I don't know, but I feel like there's been so many smells at the park today. I feel like they are just pumping them in or something. As we are passing Haunted Mansion right now, 25-minute long wait, by the way. Pretty short. Obviously, we do have the fireworks coming up pretty soon. We saw space at like 25 right now, I think, so we're heading that direction to get on that before like the large crowds from the fireworks head over there. We want to start over there just to talk about Tiana's. We're going to start on the other side of the park and kind of work around. We can pretty much get on anything, it seems like, in about 20 to 25 minutes. At least that's what the posteds are. So we'll see what we end up getting on, but it looks like we can do a lot tonight if we really put our mind to it. I should also point out that Tron, the virtual queue, was still available at like 4 p.m. today, which is crazy. I feel like Guardians goes down immediately, and Tron for multiple hours later, and it could have been even later. That was just the last time I looked. It was like 4 something, and I saw it was still available. We just weren't in the park, and I was like, that is wild to think that you could still get a Tron reservation after 4 p.m. on a Friday in summer. And just so you guys can see, here's Peter Pan's flight, 20 minutes. As I stated, Seven Dwarfs is down for the night, so the cast members are out front letting people know you cannot ride it, unfortunately, which is still crazy because the last time we were here, I'm 99% sure it was down then too. We are basically 2 months away from Mickey's Not So Scary opening night. if you guys are interested in seeing that, make sure to subscribe to the channel, or if you just want to see any more Disney, Universal, travel, all of the content that we do here on the channel, make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. We are coming now up to Space Mountain. I wish we could have gotten on Tron tonight, but that's all right. Either way, I think I want to do Space. Maybe we'll do, like, I don't know, People Mover. We got a few rides over here, and while the lines are low, might be a good time to do it. We'll probably watch the fireworks just from the outside over here. I don't think we're gonna go try and get a spot and just keep doing some rides. And like I said, I thought it was 25. I guess maybe it was 35. I don't know if that's even gonna be accurate, but we're gonna go ahead and check it out right now. But it does show 35 at the moment. All right, this is our stopping point right here. So depending on if we have switchbacks or not, will determine how accurate this 35-minute long wait is. But we will catch you guys on the other side as we take a trip around the galaxy here. We are finished up. It was about 20 minutes of switchbacks from the inside. It wasn't every single switchback. The front two weren't there, but I would say probably total was about 28 to 30-ish minutes if I had to guess. So pretty decently accurate. Fireworks have started. We're gonna go check them out though. I can hear the booms right now. We gotta go find them. Let's see. They're going off. Oh, here they are. Oh, it smells like fireworks back here for sure. You see all like the smoke? We are probably about a quarter of the way through. I feel like it's like loud over here. Some of my favorite parts about being an MK late is listening to this soundtrack after the fireworks, because they just blast it throughout the park. Such a good vibe. We are gonna go ahead and do the Astro Orbiter while we are over here though. 10-minute wait. All right, find us a rocket, Nicole. Here we go. We have to share one. I didn't realize. I think I would have asked to split, but that's okay. Is that our rocket? Oh, your bag's over here. I got it. Got her bag. You can put your bags on the outside, which is kind of nice. So we'll sit over here. I think you end just about in the same spot every time too. So we're wrapped up. Here is the seatbelt that goes up and around Nicole, and then on this side. So I'm not wearing anything. I don't think so. I don't really know if that does literally anything for me back here.
Hey, is that on you?
Are you ready to lift off, Nicole?
I don't know if I'm ready to ride this.
It's not the most comfortable. Why didn't you tell them that we should have two? I feel like when they ask for double.
I think it's just my hips.
Okay, well, we're also just two adults. Probably don't need to share a rocket. All right, here we go. You got the controls? Blast us off. Whee! We are not blasting yet. We'll make our way up. Oh, Tron looks so good right now. Contemporary. We need to stay there. I've never stayed at the Contemporary. It'd be pretty nice, wouldn't it? Oh, my hat. I didn't even think about my hat. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a rocket launch right now.
Well,
We're on the rocket while the rocket launch is going.
Rocketception.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, it's right over there. And it's above Space Mountain.
Wow.
What the heck? That was actually kind of cool. We got to see, there was clearly a rocket launch going on over Space Mountain. So it was a rocket launch over Space Mountain while we were on Astro Orbiter. There's like a whole space theme there. Really worked out. That was actually pretty sweet. I'm glad that ended up working out so well. We're gonna head over to Casey's Corner, pick up some corn dogs. We had a small little dinner around 5. It's like 10:15 right now, so we've got about 45 minutes left of the park being open. So we're gonna grab that, maybe get on another ride or two, and then probably get out of here. But It was cool. There is something just really nice about being inside of the parks late at night. It is another reason why actually June 15th, Universal starts their late nights over at Islands of Adventure. It is open till 10 p.m. Being inside the parks after like 9 p.m. is always such a different vibe. If you guys know, you know, it's just like the lights are on, you get to see all of the accents of everything, and you're just like, I don't know, it's that nighttime vibe hits way different. When was the last time we shut down Magic Kingdom though?
I don't know, but I feel like I've been suggesting like, let's go to a park at night. Just like there's something special about like being out when it's dark and warm and with all the lights, and I would say probably not since a party.
Yeah, that might be true actually. That's probably accurate. I feel like we're always kind of in and out in a few hours. Yeah, so we'll have to fight them tonight, but that's okay. Definitely worth it. Take a look at Main Street. What a vibe. We are gonna go ahead and pick up our order. It looks like Casey's is packed here right now. I was hoping we would get a sit-down table, but it doesn't look like that will be the case. It is still just as busy at these tables. I never, ever get a sit-down over here. Nicole found the only table that we can sit down at, so gonna go ahead and grab that. Nice job. Since we kind of talked about Tiana's, I also want to know, what are your guys' thoughts? Are you sad that Splash is gone? Are you happy to see Tiana's? For me personally, I would have liked to see Tiana get her own attraction. I think that would have been better in my opinion, but I know that there was controversy over Splash Mountain, so I guess this is kind of the next best thing. But for me, again, I liked Splash a lot. I thought it was such an iconic attraction. It still exists out in the world, also quite dark here, but what do you guys think about Tiana's? Are you guys excited to eventually try it? Is it something that you guys were looking forward to? Let me know your opinions below. We are heading over to Big Thunder. We're gonna take a little late night look at Tiana's as we head over that direction. I don't know how late like the cast member previews go. We were thinking about coming over here to get some Dole Whip. It is kind of busy over here and the park is only open for like 20 more minutes. We didn't have to wait too long, but we did end up getting our Dole Whip. Oh my gosh, the focus is ridiculous. It's so dark over here. Well, I think the cast member previews are done for the night. It does look pretty good in the evening here. I like the way that it is lit up. We can see some of the touches over here. I don't know. Oh yeah, look down here. They are all clogged up. Looks like it is done running. Let's go get a front on look. There's little fireflies in the tree, like right in here. If I could turn this.
Firefly's name, pop quiz.
The firefly is, I don't remember.
Oh,
I've only seen it once. What is it?
Ray.
Ray? Oh.
And Evangeline, his love.
There you go. Looks kind of nice though. I do like the coloring here. I think it is a little bit more vibrant than Splash was. I just don't know how everything on the inside is. That's going to be the big selling point for, I'm sure, most people. Water is running, but yeah. Previews are done, I guess. All right, let's head over to Big Thunder. Again, like I said, this should be closing down, I think, for a refurbishment. I think. That's what I thought I was hearing, but I'm not 100% certain, but I thought that was what's going on, but I don't know what the wait is going to be over here. I feel like this is always like the hottest queue in the entire park. So does somebody just always have to stand out here and just like basically shoo people away the entire time? I'm genuinely, I don't know. I've never worked for Disney. I don't know how it works, but it feels like that's crazy to think like, hey, your shift today is going to be, 3 hours of sitting in front of this, telling people not to come in, and then you're going to take a 30-minute break and then do it for another 3 hours. I'd be like, well, dang, that's kind of a boring day. But anyway, it does say 35 minutes here for Big Thunder. I wonder how accurate that is. I don't even know the last time we have ridden Big Thunder. Was it a party night? Gosh, is everything party nights? It's been months since we've done this. This is crazy. Wow. Speaking of parties, I was just thinking about Jollywood nights, and I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna do it this year. I just was really not impressed with it last year, so I don't know. It's up in the air. If they decide they're gonna introduce a lot more this year, we'll definitely entertain it and probably end up doing it. But if it's gonna be everything that it was last year, I don't know. I felt like that was arguably the least worth extra ticketed event that I think we've ever been to. Yeah. Well, I don't think this will be 35 minutes, but yeah, it is warm in here. Oh, the train coming through. I don't know what it is in here, but there's like 0 fans, and it's just like the wood. I don't know, it's always just so hot in here.
So hot.
Heading to the back row here, row 15. Not only is it the wildest ride in the wilderness, it is the bumpiest ride in the wilderness. I'm rocking out here. Oh, here we go. Woo! Oh my God. Oh, this is the first bump. Oh, right into the turn. Oh, no, that's the one. Oh, God. Oh, it's so silent out here. Oh, bringing it in. Is it?
The Little Dipper, one of the dippers.
We have made it back over to Main Street. It was a wild ride there on Big Thunder Mountain. Very chaotic in the back. It felt fast. I don't know. Something about late night rides always feel a little quicker. I feel like that's why Space also is like, I don't know, it feels way faster than like the 25 or whatever miles per hour it goes. It was a ton of fun. It was a great day here today. And again, I know that we wanted to talk a little bit about what is going on here at Disney World. It just feels weird. It feels like things are like just getting rushed. It feels like they're not putting a lot of like emotion into their decisions, and instead it's very corporate feeling, in my opinion. It feels like gotta get it out, gotta beat Universal. And it's like there's a difference between Disney and Universal. The vacations are going to feel completely different. There's a lot to it. We're gonna talk about it in a future video. But either way, thank you guys for hanging out with us today. If you did have a good time hanging out, please give it a thumbs up. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.